Vienna is known as the city of music, home to so many world-renowned musicians and composers, and an artistic hub full of breathtaking museums and unique art collections. But did you know that wonderfully artistic Vienna also happens to be one of the most sustainable cities in the world? To find out what makes Vienna so special, we'll need to take a closer look. If I wanted to head from the city center to the Danube for a breath of fresh air or perhaps a swim, it would take me no more than 20 minutes.
The annual pass for using Vienna's public transport is among the most inexpensive ones in Europe, and 96% of Viennese residents have a public transport station within walking distance of their home. Only about 1% of the city's ecological footprint is caused by the city's public transport system. 100% of the electricity used to fuel the public transport system comes from sustainable energy sources. Vienna's public transport is both affordable for the consumer and good for the environment. No wonder that in Vienna, more people own an annual public transportation pass than cars. Speaking of energy efficiency, Vienna has launched over 100 measures to complete its goal of climate neutrality by 2040. One significant project is the solar power initiative. Vienna heavily invests in new photovoltaic systems and in making it easier for citizens to receive funding to build them. By 2030, the city plans to provide enough clean solar energy to supply the demand of around a quarter of the households in Vienna and to reduce CO2 emissions per capita by 55%. Let's take a look at the water administration. 130 litres are used per capita every day, and nearly 100% of households are connected to the public canal network. The network spans a total of 3,000 kilometres, that is longer than all roads in Vienna combined. The sewage treatment plant in Vienna is among the most modern ones in Europe and generates more energy than it consumes.
The people of Vienna understand how vital the city's strong public hand is, and they support it wholeheartedly. 80% agree that the drinking water and wastewater management should remain a public service.
Another energy provider and public service is the city's waste management system. 2,800 kilometers of roads need to be cleaned, and 1.2 million tons of waste need to be collected.
Fortunately, you can count on the people of Vienna to sort their rubbish into the correct bins. This waste is then recycled into heating energy for a third of Viennese households.
Education about the importance of public services starts with the youngest. Here, kindergarteners can learn everything about the importance of recycling. Public kindergartens in Vienna are free, almost open all year around and all day. Facilitating full-time childcare is essential to relieve working parents. Many residences and municipal rental units actually have kindergartens located inside them already.
Housing is one of the most important concerns of the city of Vienna. No other city in the world has such a high percentage of social housing.
24% of apartments are owned by the city of Vienna, which is the main reason the city consistently manages to provide affordable housing for lower-income people and families, and keep rental prices low for everybody else too. No other European metropole invests more money in building new housing than the city of Vienna. Currently, the city has 220,000 municipal rental units and another 200,000 units owned by limited profit housing associations.
The Danube is Vienna's largest recreational area. The water and natural environment are maintained by the city administration, as are all the other Viennese parks, of which there are more than 1,000.
People come here to exercise, relax in the sun, or go swimming in the river. This benefits both one's mental as well as one's physical well-being.
But just in case you do feel unwell, Vienna's Association of Hospitals is one of the biggest in Europe, and you're always in good hands with the many world specialists working at Vienna's health facilities.
A strong public service system may not be noticeable at the very first moment, but it doesn't take very long to see why Vienna is regularly ranked as being one of the most livable cities in the world.
Public transport, recreational areas, power supply, water supply, healthcare, education, waste management, affordable high-quality housing. These are all vital parts of the infrastructure that we need on a day-to-day basis. In order for them to work well, they need to be accessible and affordable for all, regardless of social or financial status. We owe it to the public hand that these infrastructures are managed to the best interest of the public instead of being managed for profit alone.